Hi, my name is Udo Erasmus, and we're going to talk about pet essentials, or what's essential for pets. I spent many years working with animals. We worked with all kinds of animals: dogs, cats, horses. We worked with Siegfried and Roy's tigers. If you're old enough to remember Siegfried and Roy, they worked with white tigers in Las Vegas. They had calluses on their elbows, and we fixed those calluses. I'm very proud of that. But many other animals. What was interesting, when I began to work with animals, omega-3s were not even on the list of essential nutrients for almost all animals. Even though horses eat grass, and grass has more omega-3 than omega-6 in it, omega-3s were not on the list of essential nutrients for horses. And in terms of oil, what people did is they gave horses corn oil, which is only omega-6, no omega-3s. And what we took some of these horses in those days, and we put them on omega-3s, and their performance improved massively, and their coat condition improved massively. And some horses that had really good genetic lineage and should have been winner horses were total loser horses. When we put them on the oil, they became winners. And we literally had a woman who was working with horses. She followed the horses that she introduced to our products and found out that 70% of them in the race they ran, the first race they ran, after they got their omega-3s along with their omega-6s, came first, second, or third, 70% of the cases. And I said to her, you know, if I'd have known this, I'd bet on those horses, and that would be like another income stream for me. But she never told me until after they won. So, but it was dramatic. One time we took a video of a horse that had this kind of good genealogy, but wasn't performing well. And we filmed it running a race, came dead last, head was way down, because when horses get tired, it's really hard to hold up their long neck with the head hanging off of it. And so when they get tired, their head goes down. So it went through the finish line dead last with its head hanging down. And then we filmed it after it started to take the product. It went running. I mean, it came first, its tail was flying, its head was up, and it just stormed through the finish line. It was dramatic. It was so dramatic. Omega-3s are very important for animals for the same reasons why they're important for human beings. Most animal foods don't contain omega-3s because they're very difficult to work with, and you can't just make a dry food. They would all go rancid. So what we did is we made a pet essential product, and the virtue of it is it's got omega-3s in it, it's got omega-6 in it. They are not damaged, they're in their natural state. It also has fiber in it. Fiber is good for those animals because animals don't just, like cats and dogs, don't just eat meat. They also eat vegetables. You can see dogs and wolves, they go and nibble on grass and different vegetables. And when they get sick, they eat even different vegetables, different plants. And so the idea of Pet Essentials was you feed them whatever it is you feed them, and we're bringing in the missing omega-3s and 6s and a little fiber and all plant-based products to make up for what they're not getting in their animal foods. So we have one for dogs and one for cats. You give an animal about a tablespoon per 50 pounds per 100 pounds of body weight per day. You just add it to their food. And cats, it's interesting, cats are finicky. Sometimes when they first get in their food, they don't want to eat the food, and they sit there looking at it like this. You know how cats do that. And then you leave it, you don't bail them out. And when they get hungry, they eat it. And then when they start eating it, they get used to it, then they won't eat it if you don't put it on. So I'm just telling you that because if the cat doesn't eat it, don't back off just because what's in there the cat needs. Cats are pretty cautious about their food supply. Dogs, they usually pretty much scarf it up. Good dogs are not discriminating like cats are.